Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm going to be showing you some rendering skills, and if you do not know how to render, this could possibly teach you how to render. So today I'm going to be rendering my friend the Burger Guy, and shout out to him for letting me use his character for this video. Alright, so I have this thing called a Roblox Asset Loader. If you do not know how to render, this is a great tool to use. So you can get this on a Google Chrome extension. It works extremely well. So you click the little magnifier up here. You can't really see it by this video, but when that pops down, you'll see this icon right here. You click that. This will pop up down here. And you click that. Let that load up. Alright, so some people like to pose their character in Studio. Me, on the other hand, I do not. But what I do like to do in Studio is if you have a different skin color, not to make any comments here, but I like to use Nougat just because it renders a little bit nicer. It may not look extremely good here, but especially with this outfit, but I enjoy to use this one because I think it looks nice, and by the time it's rendered I think it looks extremely clean, a little sleek, and it just looks overall better. So what I want you to do is open up Cinema 4D, which I believe I do not have opened yet, so let's open it here. Alright, so everyone's C4D should be the same. It all really works the same. So I'm going to open up my personal Lightroom. Alright, so now let's get rendering. Alright, so I'm going to open up the character file, which I put in my YouTube folder right here. So first off, what you want to do is click on this OBJ file right here. Double click that. I have this at 100 centimeters, and that's typically what you want it at for the correct size. Alright, so let's open up that. It's going to look like a blank character right here. So drag this up. After you highlight all that, you can click the top one, just hold shift, click the bottom as well. Alright, so I'm just going to zoom in. It's sort of hard to see since this is just a plain white thing and there's a gray background right there. So it blends in pretty well. So and after that you go here. This texture should go, especially if you have the asset loader. This texture should be the same place as this MTL file and the OBJ. So you typically do not want to use the MTL file, just really the OBJ and the texture. Alright, so just click yes if that comes up. So what I like to do, if you see this is currently extremely ugly. So you click this checked off box right here, uncheck that. Makes it a little less light. So after that you do no scaling. So what I like to do is I like to have in my renders, this is without the lighting that I like to use, so this is what comes out. Alright, so what I like to do is I like to add some infinite lighting. So with the Nougat this looks extremely good, so you do about halfway, right? So you do this on both sides, going both ways. So like I went a little over on that one on purpose, just to make sure everything looks okay. So after that I like to insert a spotlight, which you want that to be at 90 degrees. Okay, so first you want one going like pointed down, but you want to put it up, and then you want to do another spotlight, this one pointing up, another one at 90 degrees. If it's a little bit older, like over like 90.4 or 90.2, that's perfectly fine. So now if you ever want to just change that, you can just click on the light itself right here in the right, and I'm going to try to change this to 88 or so. Alright, so now we're going to render it just for a quick test. You saw what it looked like before and without these lights. This is what it looks like now. In my opinion, I would say it's a much nicer, much cleaner render. Alright, so now do some posing. So I'm gonna actually do bones. In other words, I have another picture right here. So bones is pretty much bending the arms to make him look a little bit more realistic. So if you bend the arms in like Studio, you can do that as well, but you can't necessarily do the same effect. Alright, so I'm going to click on the torso, the arms, and the legs. I'm going to click this right here. There's a little box with the two little dots right there. So click away from the character, right click, and click optimize. Alright, so after that you can either do US, US, US. Click that 3 times, or you can just do US once, which I like to do. Especially if you're doing something that's not this normal Roblox package. You can do any other package, and I prefer you can do the US just once. Alright, so after that, you keep this clicked, you keep that there. So you highlight these, the cones that go with the limbs and the torso. You delete those. You delete these, and then it looks the same, right? But if you sort of see right here, it's a little bit, like, I would say, corroded a little bit. So it just looks a little bit better. So after that, you can get bones ready. Sorry, this might take a little bit. Alright, there we go. So I have bones right here. Insert it. You want to make sure that it's in about the center of the character. So it can be a little bit off. It's just, it doesn't really change quality at all. It's really just how you prefer. I prefer to have it in the center just because it tends to look a bit better when you actually render it. Alright, so I'm going to click on this arm. So in other words, as some people say, if you're looking at it from a doctor's point of view, it's the patient's point of view. So if I was the character right now, this would be his right arm. And so you'd click that, and then you'd hold control, right shoulder, right elbow, right hand. And then you'd go up to character and do commands, bind. Alright? And then you hold control again, you click this, this, and this. This is to bend the actual elbow. So that'll do something like that, like where it bends it like that. So I'm going to do it at about 38, and then hold control again. This is to move the actual shoulder so the arm goes out or something, or forward, backwards, wherever you want it to go. So you can hold control again, click shoulder, and hold control again, and keep holding control, and click on elbow to stop doing that. So then I'm going to move it to like about there, move this up a bit. Alright, so, and then I'm going to click on this left arm right here. So of course do left shoulder, left elbow, left hand. Also holding control as well. So go back up to character, commands, bind, hold control again, there, there, there. I'm going to do the same exact thing with the other render, where like his arm was like bent in, sort of like more of a, I guess you could say, a sassy look, if you want to say. So move it up with the shoulder, go back to the elbow, and bend it in. Alright, so the bigger guy's looking quite sassy today. So I'm going to move this into about here. You don't necessarily always have to do a full body render, but just actually for this, I'm going to show you how to bend the legs. I'm not actually going to see it, you're not actually going to see it in the render, but you'll see it here. So you click on the, I'm going to click on this leg. So click on the right thigh, right leg, and right foot. Do character, commands, bind again. Click that while holding control. Click that and that. I'm not actually going to do like a bend with this one. I'm really just going to move the leg out a little bit. And so I'm just going to render this just so you all can see this, just to see how it looks with everything done that we've done so far. So I'm going to render it. So that's what it looks like. Looks pretty good in my opinion. And then if you ever wanted to save it, you can go save. You want this to be alpha channel on. You want to change this to a PNG. And you want to go here. I have this already pre-saved pretty much to a renders file. So I'm going to name this YouTube. And so X out of that. And then go here, render. It'll save to your file immediately. And then, so if you necessarily wanted to do a different way, like, let me try something here. So that is not supposed to be like that. I'm sorry, I just messed that up really quick. Alright, so now I'm going to do a different type of render with this same pose, same character. Alright, so I'm going to hold shift and click all the hats, including the head. So I'm going to turn it a little bit over, put it down a little bit, and then I'm going to point it towards the camera a little bit. So in other words, the camera where is positioned so you can render. So I'm just going to render it there. So that's what it looks like. So that is just about it for today, folks. If you guys have any questions, feel free to message me on Twitter at Sapphire Roblox. So that is at S4PPHIRE RBLX. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.